Hello, hello. A good time for a spam call. All right, guys, welcome to the Overcoming Fear workshop. I am just going to wait a few seconds for the algorithm to do its thing. I also need to be able to see your comments. I'm just going to wait for it to pop up on my phone. So bear with me for a few seconds. Okay, before I jump in, I just want to apologize for the sound of my voice. I don't know if you guys saw, but hubby tested positive for COVID last week, Tuesday. So we've been isolating, and I seem to have just got some kind of a head cold. I mean, it might be COVID, but I am manifesting that it's not. But I've just got the stuffiest nose ever, and I'm quite tired today. So please excuse me if I do not have the normal energy that I bring to my workshops. But I still want to bring this workshop to you because I feel that it's so important for all of us, especially from everything that's been going on in our country and the world. It's just scary, a scary time that we're living in. So yeah, let's dive in a little bit. But before I start, like always, guys, it gets very lonely talking to my computer screen, so please feel free to comment throughout the workshop. I've got my phone here at the bottom, so if you do have any questions or something's not clear, pop it in the comments. I'll try my best to answer your questions. Hello Jade, hello Claude, hello Nadia, hello guys, I'm so excited that you're here. Okay, so the outline of today's workshop, I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. I've put together a whole list of tips to help you to deal with the emotion of fear and mindset shifts that you can use in order to try focus more on the light rather than the dark, because that's what life's all about. There's always going to be darkness, but without the darkness we cannot see the light. So I will be sharing some of my favorite tips that I use on a daily basis, whether it's for fear or any other kind of negative emotions. Then I'm going to take you through some of my favorite breathwork techniques, because breathwork is amazing when it comes to just calming your nervous system. Then I have put together a beautiful guided meditation. So if you have incense or crystals or anything that resonates with you in terms of your meditation practice, make sure you have those with you. And also, obviously, with meditation, it's best to be in an environment where you are comfortable, where you won't be disturbed, where you can really just sit, close your eyes, listen, and go with the flow. So try to be comfortable. Like I said, get any incense, get a cup of coffee or whatever floats your boat. And then I'm going to end off with a beautiful healing reading that, sorry, my yoga teacher actually sent on our yoga group, and I just thought it was so beautiful and it resonated so well with me. So I'll be finishing off with that. Hello, Bernice. Okay, so let me just dive in first into the tips that you can use to try and overcome the fear that you may be feeling or the anxiety that you might be going through at this very moment in time. So my first and biggest tip is to obviously keep in the know of what is going on around you, but don't fixate on it. I think media, the news, everything always tends to show us the worst side of everything, especially also on social media. Everyone's sharing the most scariest things they are finding. So, like I said, make sure you keep yourself in the know and educated about what's going on around you, but really try not to focus on all the fear videos, the fear tactics, the fear news that is going on, because it's so easy to get stuck in the fear mindset and to almost go down a whirlpool of negative emotions when you are just exposing yourself to this type of news 24/7. So that being said, try to limit your exposure to the news, and also try to limit your exposure to the people or the accounts that contribute towards your fear. I speak about this so much, but when it comes to social media, especially Facebook and Instagram, I've done a huge social media detox, unfollowing people that trigger me, make me feel bad, make me feel anxious, maybe just irritate me. And I've filled my social media with people that inspire me, things that inspire me, things that make me feel good. So if that's something that you feel, if social media is something that you feel is something that is really contributing to your fear, I would highly recommend trying to do this type of a social media detox. It's so enlightening when you can literally go on your phone first thing in the morning and you know you're only going to be exposed to beautiful things. So that is a big tip for you. Um, and then also accept what you cannot change and focus on what you can control. I think in situations like this, like I said, it's so easy to get stuck into the fear aspect of everything. But at the end of the day, if you can't control or change it, there's no point in focusing on it for the long term, because there is really nothing that you can do about it. So try to focus on the things that you can control, and the things in your life that bring you joy. Claudia says, amen to doing a social media detox. I feel you, girl. It's been my saving grace. Okay. The second tip is to obviously look after your physical health. Now, it sounds silly, but the one thing that you can control is your health. And especially with the global pandemic that we are going through, the stronger your immune system is, the better your chances of firstly not getting sick, and secondly, if you do get sick, dealing with minimal symptoms, or obviously coming out healthier or like good on the other side. So the ways you can do this is firstly to hydrate. It's so important to drink enough water every day. Our bodies are made up of 70% water. A lot of our bodily functions use water. So if you're not hydrating, you are directly affecting your overall health. So number one is to hydrate. Number two is to move your body. And this doesn't have to be hours of cardio or weightlifting or things that don't resonate with you, things that you don't enjoy. It can literally be going for a walk in your garden, doing a stretch when you get out of bed in the morning. Whatever you enjoy and whatever feels good to you in moving your body, that is something that you should try and incorporate into your daily routine. And obviously, by moving your body, you're allowing your body to be a lot more fit. When your body's more fit, it's stronger, and when it's stronger, your immune system will be stronger, and you see where I'm going with this. The third thing, and it's so important, is to get enough sleep. Your body can only recover when you are sleeping. So if you're not getting enough sleep, your body is not recovering. Enough said about that. And then obviously eat as healthy as possible. I actually did a post about this the other day, but I think it's so important to fuel your body with good, whole, natural foods. You don't have to stick to a diet. You don't have to count your calories. You don't have to do any of that stuff, but just making sure that you're getting a good variety of fruits, vegetables, carbs, proteins, fats. That'll really help to boost your health. And overall, when your physical health is at its prime, you'll find that your mental health is a lot better as well. So looking after your physical health, I feel, is such an important aspect in terms of having a strong mindset, having a strong immune system, and being able to deal with all the obstacles that life throws our way. Hey, Roxy. Oh, shame, I didn't see your keyboard malfunction, so don't stress. Okay, the third thing now obviously is to look after your mental health. So I've listed a few ways that I find really helps me to keep my mental health at its peak. Like I always say, you do you, boo. Whatever works best for you. Don't do things that you feel are tedious or don't resonate with you, because at the end of the day, it's just going to affect your mental health negatively, because you are forcing yourself to do something that does not feel aligned to you. So the first thing you can do is to journal. I'm sure you guys have seen I use the Mind Your Hero journal, which is such an amazing way because it is quite guided. So if you are new to journaling, it literally has things that you can fit in every day, and it just helps to keep your mind in a positive mindset, because you list things you're grateful for, you list your goals for the day, you track your habits. It's just a beautiful way to keep your mindset fresh and healthy and positive, and to even just keep yourself accountable to checking in with yourself. And if you are a more advanced journaler and you don't have to use the Mind Your Hero journal or any guided journal. You can just free journal. I like to go on Pinterest when I'm going through certain issues and look for journal prompts that pertain to that issue. So get yourself a notebook. It can even just be a plain piece of paper and just really journal down the things that are going on in your head. It'll really just help you to gain more clarity on where your head is at and the things that you maybe need to work a little bit more on, or the things that maybe you need to ask someone to help you with. Okay. The next thing is to allow yourself to feel. If you need to cry, cry. If you feel like you need to scream, scream. We as humans have been conditioned to believe that vulnerability and showing our emotions is a weakness, which it is not. It's actually a superpower. It's a strength. As humans, we crave connection. As humans, we need support. So by allowing yourself to feel and maybe reaching out to someone when you feel like you actually need that little bit of help, if you might be going through these feelings of fear or certain emotions that you can't actually deal with by yourself, just allowing yourself to feel and really reaching out to someone else can really help you through these times. Then practice gratitude. I speak about gratitude all the time, but gratitude is just such a beautiful way to focus on the things in your life that are going right. And like the law of attraction says, what you focus on grows. So I really believe that practicing gratitude every single day will bring you more things into your life to be grateful for. So that is just a beautiful practice. You don't even have to write things down on a piece of paper. What I like to do in the mornings when I wake up is just think of 3 things that I'm grateful for. And before I go to bed, think of another 3 things that I'm grateful for. And really try to put more effort into your gratitude practice. I know I get lazy and I'm grateful for my home and the roof over my head and being able to have coffee whenever I want and things like that. But try to look at things or remember things that happen throughout your day that put a smile on your face, because there are so many small things that happen throughout our day that we can really practice being grateful for, and they can really just show us the light in the dark. Okay. Speak to someone if you need support. I mean, I touched on this when I spoke about allowing yourself to feel, but like I said, vulnerability is not a weakness. It is a superpower. So if you feel like you need support, the advice and comfort that someone else can provide you with is next to nothing. So really don't feel afraid to reach out to someone if you feel like you need additional help. And guys, I'm always just a message away. I have a million goddesses who message me every single day on my in my Instagram inbox, which I love. And it's just so lovely to talk to girls because I can help them. You can actually help me. Just a beautiful way to build a community of like-minded people who are there for each other whenever you need it. So if you need someone to speak to and you don't feel like you do have anyone to speak to, you can pop me an Instagram message. Okay, and another thing you can do is meditate. Now, there's such a misconception with meditation that you have to sit there for hours on end and not think about anything. Meditation can be whatever works for you, whatever helps you to take your mind off of anything that's happening in your life and just ground yourself in the present moment, and kind of just try to forget about everything that's going on around you just for the time that you're meditating. So whether that is walking outside in nature, I love doing guided meditations because I cannot sit for more than 5 minutes without thinking about a million things. I have an open head center, so my mind is always working. So whatever works for you, but meditation is really just a beautiful way to bring you back into the present moment and take your mind off of all the crazy things that are going on in your head. Okay. Hello, Ash. Then do breathwork, and I'm going to take you through some exercises just now. But like I said, breathwork calms the nervous system automatically. It also creates space in your body and in your mind. And it brings you back into the present moment. So I like to practice a little bit of breath work during my meditation or before my meditation because it really just grounds me, calms my nervous system, and gets me ready to relax and meditate. Then self-care, and this is so important. We always put ourselves on the back burner. We always put ourselves last, but you need to take at least 30 minutes to an hour every single day and do something for yourself, whether that's a bubble bath, reading your book, sitting out on your patio in the sunshine, lighting a candle and, I don't know, saying a prayer if that's what works for you, having a cup of coffee in the morning and just like having time to yourself, whatever works for you and whatever feels like your own time that rejuvenates your soul, make sure you do that every single day, because it's just a beautiful way to just be with yourself, calm yourself, appreciate yourself. So self-care, ladies. Let me know what your favorite self-care activities are in the comments. I'd love to know. Okay. Another thing is to just go for a walk, whether it's around your house, in your garden. If you have sorry, my brain is much fogged today. If you have the resources to be able to go out on a hike or walk even around your neighborhood, go out and walk. I actually heard somewhere the other day that because we walk like this, I can't remember, it's cross motion, it actually helps your brain to balance, which is quite interesting. So when you're dealing with too many thoughts, or you're struggling with a decision, or stressful anything, going for a walk helps to balance your brain, and it can actually help you to come up with solutions or to sort out problems that you might not be able to sort out while you're sitting still in a spot. Okay. Okay, another thing is to savor the silence, and this is so important. We have a podcast coming out tomorrow as well, which is how to be alone but not lonely, and we speak about how important it is to be able to be with yourself in the silence and not feel lonely. So you can listen to that tomorrow. Today is Monday, hey? Yeah. Sorry, guys. Definitely got the COVID brain fog. Yeah, just savoring the silence. It's a beautiful way to connect with yourself, to connect with the moment, to connect with everything around you. And it can really just help to also silence all the crazy thoughts that are going on in your mind. So really try to find, even if it's 5 minutes of stillness every day where you not doing anything and not thinking about anything, just really soaking in the moment. I think a beautiful way to do this is to maybe, if you can, sit in your garden while the sun is shining and just take in all the beauty of nature around you. I'm so blessed to be living on a mountaintop where I have the most beautiful view and the most beautiful nature around me. So for me, just sitting outside on my patio every day, drinking my coffee is the way that I take in the silence and take in the beauty of nature. But whatever works for you and whatever you have available to you, do it. Okay, and then the last one in terms of looking after your mental health, is to spend time with the people who feel like sunshine. And I know it might be hard these days, especially with COVID. I mean, I'm a proper testament to not being able to spend time with anyone at the moment because I'm in isolation. But that's what Zoom is for. That's what WhatsApp's for. That's what video calls are for. Just really think about the people who make you feel good. The people who help you in times of need, who just lift your spirits no matter what you may be going through, whether you're happy or sad, and just try to make more time and effort to spend some time with those people. Okay. And then another beautiful way that you can help with your mental health and try to overcome feelings of fear is to make your home your sanctuary. Now, whether you're living with your parents or you're living in your own home or whatever it may be, there are some beautiful ways that you can really just make your home feel more comforting to you. Your home is your place where you should feel most comfortable. So ways that you can really do this is to play your favorite music in the background. I always have music playing in the background. I just think it's such a beautiful way to almost calm my mind and set like a nice vibe in the house. So whatever music floats your boats, just maybe play some music in the background. Another thing you can do is burn incense. You'd be shocked if you saw my drawer of incense. I have more incense than I think I'll ever be able to use in my entire life. But incense really does have a way of lifting a mood. So find your favorite incense, burn it in your room. You can also burn your incense when you're meditating, when you're working out, when you're journaling, when you're savoring the silence, learning to be alone but not lonely. It's just a nice way to add some jus, like je ne sais quoi, to the room. Another way is to light candles. You can use bright linen, towels, decor, whatever you have at your disposal. I've just put my brightest linen on my bed because every time I walk into my room, I just feel happy because there's all these bright colors around me. You can also play games, whether it's by yourself. I mean, you can play games on your phone if that's what suits you, floats your boat. But playing games with people in your house, whether it's your partner, your siblings, your parents, your flatmates, whoever it may be, playing games is just a beautiful way to take your mind off of everything that's going on around you and really just have some fun. And then another thing is to obviously eat meals together. I think we all get so caught up in watching Netflix and checking our phone and really just like eating our food mindlessly in these kinds of situations. So by making your mealtime a bonding time with your family, it can really just also help to boost your mood and help the overall morale of everyone in your household, and also just to help you overcome these feelings of fear. And then also watching movies. We did this last night. Hubby had never watched Forrest Gump. There's a lot of movies he's never watched, so I don't actually know where he was growing up. So yeah, we watched the movie last night. It was actually such a nice way to take our minds off everything and just, yeah, melt away in the couch and watch something that entertains you, whether that's comedy or thriller or drama, whatever your vibe is. Just watching movies is a beautiful way to get your mind off things. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, all of the things I've listed so far, like sunshine and rainbowy things, but one of the things you also can do in this time, especially now that we might have more time to ourselves, is to figure out what is triggering your fear and deal with that. It sounds easier said than done, but a lot of the times we tend to shut ourselves off from the things that are triggering our fear, which in turn just makes our fear worse, because that trigger is going to continue happening to us, which means the fear is going to continue to be triggered. Whereas if you start to recognize what is triggering your fears, and maybe dealing with those emotions or the situations that bring up fear, it's going to help you in the next time this trigger happens, to not have this automatic fear response. Sorry, my dogs are going mad outside. So I find a trigger for me is watching the news. So I really don't watch much of the news anymore. Luckily, hubby keeps me in the loop of anything that's really important. But for me, watching the news automatically triggers fear in me. There's rarely anything good on the news these days. So that is something that I've cut out of my life, and it's really helped me deal with fear. I'm not saying that ignorance is bliss, but sometimes it is. So like I said, the first thing in the thing, make sure you know what's going on around you, but limit yourself to the things that trigger your fear. This is something that you can do. Oh, amazing. Claudia says, I used to think I could never meditate. Now I can't start my day without it. I love that goal. And I see you've been doing my morning mantras. It's such a beautiful way. Guys, if you are looking for a quick and easy morning meditation, my morning mantra is a podcast you can download on any podcasting app. It's like a 4 to 5 minute meditation in the morning with a focus and a message. And then in the evening, there's a reflection. It's just so beautiful, quick, easy, to the point. Every day has a beautiful lesson. Or a beautiful mantra. So if that's something you want to start doing, go try out my morning mantra. I can put a link in the group afterwards if you guys need. Okay. The next thing is to stay focused on the positive, especially when you can't change the negative. So really try to focus on the positive things in your life. And I know it sounds so silly because there is so much negative stuff happening around us, but when you focus on the positive things around you, it really does drown out all the darkness. So whether that's maybe starting a new job that you're absolutely loving, or a new friend that you've made that you're enjoying spending time with, or a new meditation routine that you found is really working for you. Maybe you found a new passion in cooking or painting or whatever it may be. Really try to focus on these things, because like I said, when you focus on the negative will grow. When you focus on the positive will grow. Okay. Then another thing is to see how you can help others in need. There is no better feeling than knowing that you've helped someone in need. And I think this past week has been a testament to that. I've seen so many beautiful things happening since the riots. So many people donating money, donating food, donating time to cleaning up. donating trucks and airplanes even to deliver food to people who need it. So, I mean, obviously we can't all serve people in such big ways, but we can really serve and help people in the smallest ways, whether it's reaching out to a friend to see if they're okay, maybe sending flowers to someone who you know is going through a tough time, dropping off a meal or dropping off someone's favorite coffee, helping someone take their kids to school. Not that I think schools are open at the moment, but you see what I'm saying? There are so many small ways that we can help others and just brighten their days. And I promise you, as soon as you see the positive effect that your small favor has on someone else, it's going to automatically brighten your day. Okay. Another doomy and gloomy type of one is to start getting friendly with death. And this sounds so crazy, but I think a lot of fear stems from the fact that we could die. And at the end of the day, the only certainty in this life is that we are all going to die. Now, I'm not saying start to imagine that you're going to die soon, but just start to come to terms with the fact that you are going to die. And I know a lot of people have a huge fear of death. And I think that boils a lot down to having a bit of a overactive ego. And I don't want to trigger any of you, but coming to terms with the fact that we all die actually really helps to lessen your fears a lot, because the truth is we are all going to die. But don't focus on death, just get friendly with it. Okay, perfect, nods. I will definitely send a link to the morning mantra. Okay, another thing you can do is to spend some time each day learning something new. Now, I'm an absolute nerd. I love learning something new every day. And I'm not saying you have to go start a course and get a new degree in something, but it's so amazing learning something new every day. And I promise you now, by keeping your brain active, it actually helps you to live longer and to age better, because our brain is like a muscle. And you might have noticed it with people in your life, people who kind of given to the fact that I'm old and I'm not useful anymore, I'm just gonna sit in a chair, watch TV all day until I die. Those are the people who tend to degenerate a lot quicker. If you look at people who are still doing so much with their lives, who are still contributing so much to society, who are still keeping their brains active every single day, people in their 70s, people in their 80s, minds are still working as well as people's in their 20s and their 30s. So really try to activate your brain every single day, because firstly, it's going to take your mind off everything else that's going around you. It is going to improve your life in terms of your knowledge, your wisdom, and it's going to improve your longevity. So think of something even if it's a word a day. I know you get those daily dictionaries where you can learn a new word every day. Just find something that interests you and really try to learn something new every single day. Then treat those around you with kindness. Hate and judgment really only separates us. And that's the saddest thing that I've seen now with all this fear and everything that's happening in the world, with everything that's going on. But when we come from a place of love and we really practice love and kindness in our daily lives, it brings us closer together. When we give in to fear, when we give in to hate, when we give in to judgment, that's what separates people, and that just causes more hate, more fear, more judgment. So really try to approach every day with kindness, everyone that comes into your life with kindness, everyone around you with kindness, and you'll just spread the light, spread the love, and also just bring up the vibration of everything and everyone around you. And then what you can also do is take this time to reassess your life. I'm sure you all have a little bit more time on your hands with the pandemic. A lot of us are working from home. A lot of us might have even lost our jobs, but this is a perfect time to take this extra time that you have and reassess your life, reassess your goals, your obligations, and even your expenses. We are going through such a crazy time right now where nothing is certain, nothing is set in stone. Change is like a huge thing. Everything's changing so quickly and so often. So reassess your goals that you might have set even in the beginning of the year or beginning of this month might have changed according to the situation that you find yourself in now. Your obligations as well. Maybe you've spread yourself too thin. Maybe you're doing way too many favors for other people. Remember, your mental health comes first. So try to cut out the things that are no longer serving you, that are no longer serving your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. And also your expenses. I think a lot of us have signed up to subscriptions, are spending money on things that we probably don't need. So take a day to go through your bank statement and really look and see, do you need everything that you're spending money on? Because there's no time like the present to save money, especially with the economic situation that we are living in today. Okay. Roxy says, that's my self-care, learning new things, so satisfying. Udemy is my best friend. Girl, me too. I have so many courses on Udemy, but it's such a good way to learn new things. And it's so cheap. There are courses that are literally like 150 Rand. So if there's something that you really wanted to learn or want to learn more about, whether it's crystal healing, Reiki, accounting, painting, chanting, whatever it may be, there's a course on Udemy for it. So that is an awesome way to go learn something new. Thanks for that, Rox. Okay. Okay, try to take a positive mindset throughout your day. Easier said than done, but I think just try and be more present. Catch yourself when you start going into a negative spiral of emotion, a negative spiral of thoughts, negative spiral of feelings, and really try to pull yourself out of it. It takes practice. It's taken me a long time to spend like my life 95% in a positive state of mind. But really just catch yourself out when you are feeling upset, when you're feeling down. Like I said, find the triggers that are creating those emotions. Maybe deal with them, see how you can change it. But really try to change all those negatives into positive thoughts. Because like I said, what you focus on expands. So rather focus on the positive. Okay, then spend some time in nature wherever you can. Nature is so healing. Nature provides everything for us. It provides the sun that we need for warmth and for vitamin D and to grow the plants that give us air, that give us food. It provides the water for us that quenches our thirst, that cleans us. So really just spending time in the abundance of Mother Nature can really help to firstly ground you and to just remind you of the fact that mommy nature has your back. She's always providing for you. And then lastly, just remember that we are all in this together. So show each other love, lift each other up, and see how you can help each other rather than judge or tear each other down. I've seen this so much on Instagram now, especially with everything that's been happening. People hating on people because they're not sharing the right thing, they're not sharing enough things, they're not sharing anything. People deal with these situations in completely different ways. It is unique to each of us. So really just approach everyone with kindness. Don't judge, don't hate, don't tear each other down because you're not doing what you would expect someone else to do. It just makes people more upset. It makes more fear. It makes more anger. It makes more hurt. So like I said, just show everyone some love and kindness. Okay, so those are my tips for trying to keep yourself in a positive vibration and not really give in to the antics of fear. I hope some of those resonated with you. Maybe you can show me in the comments which ones stood out the most and which ones you think you're going to be able to practice going forward. Then I want to move on to breathwork. And excuse me, like I said, I'm a bit stuffy, so this could be a bit difficult for me. But the one thing that we as humans do is we don't breathe properly. We breathe very shallow. We don't breathe deeply into our lungs. And when we do not breathe properly, this can cause fatigue, this can cause panic attacks, this can cause emotional disturbances, and it can also have physical effects on us like an increased heart rate, dizziness, muscle tension, etc. So you can see, not just for the fact of the calming effect that breathwork will have on us, there are so many other reasons why we should be focusing on our breath and making sure that we are breathing properly, breathing deeply. So when we breathe, a lot of us just tend to breathe into our chest, where you should be breathing into your diaphragm. So when you breathe into your diaphragm, this stimulates the parasympathetic tongue twister nervous system, which is responsible for regulating your heartbeat, your blood flow, your breathing, and your digestion. And it also helps you to avoid the fight or flight response to mentally or physically terrifying situations. So breathwork is actually a beautiful thing you can do when you find yourself in a very stressful environment, when you might be finding yourself experiencing a panic attack, experiencing extreme fear, experiencing extreme stress, anxiety, whatever it may be, any negative feeling. So the next time you find yourself freaking out, basically, practice some breathwork, and I'd love for you to let me know if it works, because breathwork really is like an immediate remedy to these negative feelings. Oh, thanks, Claude. Every single tip you've shared resonates with me. I love that. Okay, so the easiest way to see if you are breathing deeply is to put one hand on your heart or your upper abdomen or your chest, and one hand on your lower abdomen, your tummy. And when you breathe in, see which hand raises the most. And I can bet you now most of you are going to say this hand here, where it should be, sorry, I don't know if you can see that low, but the hand on your tummy should be the one that moves the most. Okay. So it's just a nice test you can do, especially when you find yourself in these freak out moments, to put your hands on your heart and your tummy and see if you're actually breathing properly. And also, just by placing your hand on your heart, it automatically brings you into your heart energy, your heart chakra, which can help you to approach life with more love, more care, more kindness, more empathy, more compassion. Okay. So there are millions of different types of breath work, but I'm just going to take you through some of my favorites. The first one is alternate nostril breathing. I'm going to try my best to do this. And with this, like 10 rounds is more than sufficient. So all you have to do is take your fingers, whatever is comfortable for you. I like to put my 2-pointer and my zappy one on my forehead. So you can use your thumb on your nose and this ring finger on your nose as well. So all you do with alternate nostril breathing is you block off the one nostril while you breathe in through the other. Okay, so you can do a round with me now. Get yourself ready. So I want you to block off. Can you hear me? I hope. Sorry, guys. Block off your left nostril and just take a deep breath in through your right nostril. When you get to the top, block off your right nostril, open your left, and breathe out the left nostril. Then breathe back in through the left nostril. Block it off at the top, open the right, and breathe out the right nostril. Okay, so that's one way that you can do breath work. It's quite a nice way to force you to breathe properly, because you literally have to concentrate and make sure you're unblocking and reblocking the nostrils. So it's quite simple. It's literally breathing into the one side, blocking it off, breathing out through the other side, keeping it open, breathing back up, blocking, breathing out, breathing back up the same one. Okay, let me know if you need any other advice with that one, but I just think that's such a cool one, because it forces you to focus completely on the breath and concentrate on the breath, which helps with the breathing, helps with presence, helps with grounding and centering yourself as well. Okay, then belly breathing. This is basically just showing you how you should breathe properly. So like I said, hand on heart, hand on tummy, and just take a deep breath in. But what I want you to do is make sure that you fill in your belly first and then into your chest. So when you breathe in, almost feel like a balloon is expanding in your belly. And only once your belly is full, then allow your chest to fill up. And then once you reach the top, breathe out, chest first, and then belly. And you can almost tense your abs at the bottom of the breath to make sure that you get all of the breath out. So breathing in through your nose until both areas have fully expanded. And then breathing out. You can either breathe out through your nose or your mouth, whatever works better for you. And then just contracting your belly at the end to get that last bit of breath out. That way you're making sure you are completely filling your lungs with fresh air and completely expelling all the fraught air out with each breath. Okay. Then another one is box breathing or 4-square breathing. This is also a nice way to focus on the breath, because like I said, you have to really concentrate. So simple concept. It's just counting to 4 with the in breath, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4. So we can do it together. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold for 4, Oh, sorry, breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then hold out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. So that's another beautiful way that you can practice breath work. Like I said, guys, in the beginning, you do whatever works best for you. So you can try all of these and see what works, and then practice the one that resonates the most with you. Okay. Another thing is called lion's breath, and this is the first time I heard it, I felt so silly doing it, but it actually really works because it helps to relax the muscles in your face, also alleviates stress and improves cardiovascular function. We do this a lot in yoga. So guys, feel free to laugh at me. But basically all you do is you take a deep breath in through your mouth. And when you're ready to breathe out, stick your tongue out and almost like roar the breath out. Okay, so I'll show you now, please. Feel free to laugh, like I said. So you'll breathe in very deeply. Okay, so I think you can see why it's called lion's breath, but it's just a nice way. I think a lot of us hold tension in our faces, especially when you do the meditation now. Also make sure that you relax your jaw, but we all tend to like keep our jaws clenched. So this is a beautiful way to relax all the muscles in your face and in turn relax your entire body. And then the last one, which is my favorite, and this is a breath that you tend to practice throughout a yoga practice. It's called Ujjayi breath, but the reason I love it so much is it's almost creates the sound of the ocean when you're breathing. So, I mean, a lot of people also refer to it as Darth Vader breathing, but basically just constricting the back of your like your throat when you breathe in and out through your nose to make an ocean sound. So it's almost like trying to say like make a noise but out your nose, and then okay, I can't do it now with my snotty nose, but that's also a beautiful way because it like creates a sound of an ocean, which is very calming on your soul and your nervous system. Okay, so I hope that you guys will be able to practice some of those breath works. Let me know which one resonates the most with you. I'm pretty sure no one's going to say lion's breath. Okay, so I want to take you guys through a beautiful guided meditation that I put together. So this is a time for you to really just sit back, make sure you're comfortable, make sure you won't be disturbed, make sure you're warm, and you can really just start to close your eyes and just focus on your breath for a little bit. I'm going to take you through the meditation. If you feel uncomfortable closing your eyes, just try to maybe lower your gaze. But obviously with closing your eyes, it just helps a lot for you to go within, to actually focus on what I'm saying and to really go deep into this meditation. So this meditation that I've put together is a full chakra aligning meditation. We're going to go through all your chakra energy centers, but we'll start with the root. So when you're ready, just close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and really start to make sure your entire body is relaxed. So like I said, unclench your jaw, drop your shoulders. Feel if there's any tension in any of your body. If you do feel any tension, try to relax those areas. You can do that by breathing into those areas. And I like to envision a bright white light breathing into that area. And then when you breathe out, try to breathe out any tension that you may be holding on to within that area. Okay, so we're going to start at your root chakra, which is at the bottom of your spine. It's basically your bum, what connects you to the earth. And this helps us have feelings of being grounded, being safe and secure. Now, when you have a blocked root chakra, it's generally related to stress. And in times like these, we are feeling a little bit unrooted. We are overly concerned with either our emotional or our physical well being, or both. So as you sit, feel the ground rise up to catch and support you. Feel yourself grounded in the earth and watch your worries wash away. You are here now. You are alive and you are cared for. You are protected. Watch as the waves of your worries grow still and subside. Imagine calm, calm waters. You are safe. Take a deep, long breath and feel it in every inch of your body. Visualize your breath as it travels through your nose, down your throat, and into your lungs. Feel your chest expand as the breath filters through your lungs. Feel the air go down into your belly, your pelvic bone, and your thighs. Let your thighs grow heavy and allow your spine to ground. Continuing to breathe, traveling down with your breath. Visualize your journey. Throat, lungs, belly, lower back, and into the spine. Focus on the end of your tailbone and start to envision your root chakra. The bright red chakra staring back at you. Watch as the red light grows larger, expands across your lower back. This red light feels warm and soothing. Feel the red light like a supportive hand on your lower back. Let the red light spread across your lower back and heel. Ground down into your root chakra and rise up slowly from the base of your spine. Travel upwards with that healing red light. Feel the light wash through your body. Outside, nothing has happened, but inside you, your root chakra glows. Now we'll move on to your sacral chakra, which is just below your belly button. And this is a center for pleasure, creativity, sexuality. A blocked sacral chakra can signify difficulties accepting new people or experiences into our lives. So this is also super important to balance during these uncertain times. Slowly begin to visualize a large orange fruit right below your navel. This can be sweet or sour. Imagine the delicious juice inside this orange. Now imagine the taste filling your mouth. Let the orange grow and the details grow blurry. Imagine now that you cannot see the orange clearly any longer because it has grown so big. Instead, you watch as the bright color slowly dissipates into an ocean, turning the light waves orange and bright, like the sun. Watch as this ocean gently spreads throughout your body. Feel the waves run down your thighs, into your calves, and all the way down to your toes. Watch as the gust of water rushes up your spine and begins to fill every inch of skin, as it runs down your arms, fingers, and up all the way to your head. Feel the sweet taste of the water once more flood your mouth. And imagine this water flowing warm. Remember, the waves have your back. You are free like the ocean within you. You are free, so free. Moving on to your solar plexus, which is the center for confidence, power, and control. Now, with the blocked solar plexus chakra, we begin to doubt our worth, our opinions, our achievements. Remember that your achievements are valid. Your achievements are so, so beautiful. Now, turn your attention to the bright yellow flame in your solar plexus, which is right beneath your rib cage. This is your epicenter. Visualize your inner sun and see it burst into flames. What you see now is your passion, your center, your inner fire. And as this fire grows, so does your power. Like a lion, your teeth grow sharp and bold as the fire within you spreads. Like an eagle, you begin to soar in the sky, high above this earth, that only a moment ago grounded you and held you. Visualize yourself breaking free and spreading your wings. Feel the power flood every cell as you glide through the sky. You are an eagle and a lion, all wrapped up in one. Feel the mighty roar rise up within you. You are strong. Moving to your heart chakra, which is your center for love, empathy, and compassion. When your heart chakra is blocked, you tend to seek out toxic relationships or even push people away from you. But this is when we need people more than ever. We need our community to come together in love and compassion. So visualize the ground and notice a bright ball of green energy at the very base of your spine, an emerald green. This ball is the most beautiful jewel you have ever seen. Like a child, you reach out your hand and gently wrap your fingers around the green ball. As slowly as you possibly can, begin dragging the ball up along your spine and towards your heart. This jewel is your heart. As you rise up along the spine, repeat to yourself the following affirmation. I do not take this jewel out of jealousy, for I am generous. I do not take this jewel for myself, because I am loved. I take this jewel for my family and friends, because it will delight them as it delights me. I am loved, and this jewel proves it. Now you can repeat this to yourself, and each time take the jewel a little higher along your body until you reach your heart. I do not take this jewel out of jealousy, for I am generous. I do not take this jewel for myself, because I am loved. I take this jewel for my family and friends, because it will delight them as it delights me. I am loved, and this jewel proves it. When the jewel has reached your heart, bring your focus back to your breath, and with each breath, see the jewel grow a little bigger. With each exhale, watch it become a little brighter. You are growing this jewel so that everyone in your life can have a little. Your friends, your family, your community, your country, the planet, everyone. So breathe in, breathe out as you watch this jewel expand and shine brighter. Then we move up to the throat chakra, which is the center for self-expression of your feelings, your truth, your thoughts. Now, if you have a blocked throat chakra, you will find that you have trouble expressing your thoughts or conveying your feelings. So to open your throat chakra, you'll need a lot of air. So you'll simply just need to breathe in and out. Breathing in through your nose, and out through your mouth. In and out. Just take some long, deep breaths. And you can count them in your mind if you want. In and out. In and out. When your lungs have become filled with air, begin slowly going down through your body, starting from the top of your head. And as you go, imagine each muscle relax and let go. Let go. Let go in your mouth, in your jaw. Let go in your neck and your throat. Let go in your chest, in your back. Let go in your belly. Let go in your hips. Let go in your thighs. Let go in your shins. Let go in your feet. Completely just let go. Now, once your entire body has relaxed, slowly travel back up to your throat. Visualize your throat chakra. You see a blue spinning ball in your throat, and as the ball spins, you see it glowing and expanding. The ball grows and spins faster and faster. It draws energy in. All the energy that you are holding in your muscles has gone into this blue ball. This bright, bright blue ball. The more the ball grows, the more relaxation you feel in your throat. The more you can breathe in. When the ball grows too big for you to hold on to, let go. Feel all the pent up energy inside that ball expand and flow through your body. Moving up to the third eye chakra, which is the center for intuition, for inner knowing, for vision. A blocked third eye chakra manifests itself in feelings of pointlessness, lack of direction, and even paranoia. So really focus during the chakra healing meditation, as we are all facing these feelings because of the circumstances that we find ourselves in. So bring your attention to the top of your head, just between your brows, literally where your third eye would be placed. And as you sit, feel your forehead grow light and your thinking mind fall quiet. Let any worries and thoughts fall silent as you slowly breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feel your lower body grow heavy and your upper body grow light as a feather. Feel the freedom and the air flow through your limbs and all the way into your forehead. Feel your forehead grow cool and weightless. Slowly, as you rid yourself of all your thoughts and worries, begin to visualize a small purple ball at the center of your forehead. This is your third eye. As your two normal eyes are closed and sightless, your third eye begins to expand and grow, accumulating more and more energy as it grows. See this purple ball grow and glow, bigger and bigger, but not heavier. Your third eye is light as a feather. Now, as this purple ball begins to push against the edges of your forehead, feel it push against them and then burst open. Imagine this purple energy of your third eye flowing freely through your body, head, throat, chest, belly and legs. Feel them all drenched in this wonderful purple energy. Just bask in that feeling for a little bit. And then lastly, moving up to our crown chakra, which is the center for our connection with Source, for profound gratitude and joy, finding awe in the beauty that surrounds you. When you have a blocked crown chakra, this can manifest through feelings of stress and being overwhelmed. So this is another point in chakra to focus on balancing in these times. So as you feel your body relax even more, you can begin to picture a beautiful flower bud on the top of your head. Breathe slowly, and with each breath, begin to see this flower a little clearer. It is a baby flower, so just breathe. It is a lotus flower, but it's closed, so continue breathing. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, as your breath grows deeper and steadier, you begin to notice the lotus flower on the top of your head begin to bloom and open. Remember to breathe. See the petals expanding and the lotus flower begin to shine. As you breathe, a dim violet light begins to shine through the lotus. See with each breath, the violet light becomes a little brighter and a little more bright until the whole room becomes bathed in violet light and the crown of your head can barely contain it. So take 3 more breaths and then we will release the violet light. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Now let go. See the bright violet light flow through your body and the lotus flower sitting majestically atop your head. You are connected. You are divine. You are worthy. You are loved. You are valued. You are safe. You are secure. You are confident. You are so powerful. You are creative. You are wise. You are healed. Try to take this vision of the warm violet light through with you throughout your days and to try to see the world through this warm violet light. Remember, you can practice chakra meditation when you feel stress, but you can also do it when you're feeling fine to boost the well-being of yourself, your mindset, your emotions, even your physical body. By having balanced and open chakras, it allows us to lead a happy, balanced, and open life. Now, before you open your eyes, I'd like to end off with the beautiful healing reading I mentioned. This is by Maria Sabina, a Mexican healer, and she said, "Heal yourself with the light of the sun and the rays of the moon, with the sound of the river and the waterfall, with the swaying of the sea and the fluttering of birds. Heal yourself with mint, neem, and eucalyptus. Sweeten with lavender, rosemary, and chamomile. Hug yourself with the cocoa bean and a hint of cinnamon. Put love in tea instead of sugar and drink it looking at the stars. Heal yourself with the kisses that the wind gives you and the hugs of rain. Stand strong with your bare feet on the ground and with everything that comes from it. Be smarter every day by listening to your intuition, looking at the world through your forehead, the third eye. Jump, dance, sing, so that you live happier. Heal yourself with beautiful love, and always remember, you are the medicine." You can slowly start to open your eyes. I really hope that you guys found some solace in some of the tips that I gave you today, and I really hope that meditation helped just in calming and easing your mind a little bit. Also, the breath work, I think, is something that you should maybe try to incorporate into your daily ritual, because it is really something that can help you to calm your mind, body, and soul. And then just remember to use the medicine that nature provides us with. So whether that's spending time in nature, even as the healer said, making tea with natural herbs. There's so much power in the nature and the plants all around us. I've been overdosing on eucalyptus at the moment, menthol. Nature really provides everything that we need. So I think nature is a big one that you guys can take back with you and just appreciate more, knowing that Mother Nature will always have our back, and maybe help you to realize why it's so important for us to look after her a little bit more. But thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. I love spending time with you. I'd love to know how you found the meditation, how you found the class, how you found the tips, the breath work, what resonated with you the most. And like I said, if you need anything, I'm always just a message away. Sure, I feel quite chilled after that meditation as well, even though I was just reading it to you. I will share the reading on the group as well. So I'll share the My Morning Mantra podcast. I will share the reading. I will also be leaving this up for quite a while, because I just feel like it's something that you guys can come back to if you guys want to do the meditation or go through the tips again, or like remember what the breath work was. So I think I will actually just leave this video up for eternity, so you guys have constant access to this. But thank you so much for joining me. Pleasure, Claude. Thank you for always being in all my workshops. You are such a legend. I love you so much. And thank you guys so much. Thanks, Roxy. I'm glad you thought it was amazing. yeah, it's just so lovely being able to just come together. I think it's so important in this time for us to really come together, support each other, love each other, show each other kindness, because without love and support, I don't know where any of us as humans would be, because we all just really need a beautiful community, a beautiful support structure, because that's really what helps us get through the hardest of times. So just remember to approach everyone with kindness, with love, approach each day with positivity, and to really just take that half an hour to an hour every day and look after yourself. Because when you look after yourself and you are more stable mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, you can really serve others, and really just help raise the vibration of everyone and everything around you. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful evening. Feel free to comment later on as well. Love to see what you found most useful from this workshop. But I hope you guys have a beautiful evening, and I will see you soon.